for the house. So that's the house loan. And then we have a car loan. We could have some real estate loans, you know, for that rental property. We could have, let's say, for investment properties, yeah. We could have a personal loan. What's the number one personal loan that some people have? They get a loan to pay for something. It's not for a car, it's not for a house. Tuition, yeah. So this is college loans, would fall into the personal category. Maybe, just maybe you get a big piece of furniture, but that should be something paid off early. Okay. The buying of furniture, the buying of a like sound system or something, that should be something that is a current, that you get it paid off within a year. Okay. But your house payment, that's anywhere between 15 and 30 years. Your car payment, anywhere between 3 and 5 years. Real estate would be the same as for the house, 15 to 30 years. Personal loans for your education could be anywhere between 5 and 10 years. Okay. So when you're talking about extended past a year, those are your long-term liabilities. Okay. Okay. Now, all of this last section of the personal balance sheet, the last section of the personal balance sheet is the net worth. Okay. The last section of the personal balance sheet is the net worth. And what did we say net worth is? How do we find net worth again? How do we find net worth again? Assets minus liabilities, yeah. Asset total, I can spell, I swear, minus liability total. Liability, looks weird, total, gets us our net worth, right? So a negative net worth is possible. Okay, a negative net worth can happen when, what would have to happen for you to have a negative net worth? What would have to have happened for you to have a negative net worth? Yep. Your liabilities are greater than your assets. Okay. Okay. Not a good place to be, right? This is not what you want. It's not what you want. Since you owe more than you own. Okay, and when I say own, that means your cash in the bank and all that. If you have a negative net worth for too long, what happens? If you have a negative net worth for too long, what happens? What do some people have to resort to if they have a negative net worth for too long? What do people resort to when they have negative net worth for too long? What does it lead to? Because if you have liabilities greater than your assets, in the long run, you're going to have to sell off some assets to pay off some of the liability, right? But eventually, you won't have any assets left. So yeah, it leads to having to file for bankruptcy. And foreclosure if it's a house. Repossession if it's a car. They'll take it away if you can't make the payments. Okay. This is loss of property. And it creates a loss of opportunity. Remember, we talked about opportunity costs. The loss of opportunity, that it creates is bankruptcies stay on credit reports for between 7 and 10 years after they are filed. Okay. Okay. And creditors will be less willing to give new loans or credit to someone who failed to pay back prior debts. Okay? Big problem. Okay? All this situation, bankruptcy, and the credit report and all that, this creates bad credit. Okay? It's bad credit. Now, is it impossible for you to fix the fact that you had a bankruptcy? No, but it takes time. It takes willpower. It takes patience. And you have to be willing to settle for less than for a little while. Credit cards will give you credit card offers still, but the interest rate's going to be super high compared to somebody who has good credit. Loan companies might still give you a loan, but they might want more percent down, more percent upfront from you before they give you that home loan, more percent upfront from you before they give you that car loan. And that means you might have to save for longer to get your next one. Okay. So having bad credit is really, really not good. Okay. Are we okay so far? Do we understand what's going on? Okay. Because we're wrapping up. When your cash inflows are greater than your cash outflows, you increase your net worth. Nope. 1 second. Spelling. Sometimes the fingers type what they're used to typing, not what they should be typing. You increase your net worth. Okay. And that's your goal. This is your ultimate goal, to increase your net worth, because an increase in net worth gets an increase in opportunities. Okay, increased net worth gives increased opportunities, which is what we all want. We want more opportunities, not less. We want more opportunities, not less. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, so open your books, please. Go open your books. Where do we find our books again? Where do we find the books again? At the bottom of the stream in the classroom. So we're going to go get our book. Okay, all the way to the bottom of the stream, right? Those of you that are handwriting notes, that's fine. We're getting a picture from the book, so you could hand draw it if you want. There's my book. You're going to be screenshotting figure 4.5, page 62 of the book, page 81 of the PDF. So I'm going to zoom down to the bottom of the PDF. Okay. I could open with Cami, and by opening with Cami, it lets me go ahead and go straight to page 81 of the PDF. This down here, 4.5. Okay, we're going to take a screenshot of it, just that figure, and we're going to insert it on our notes. I have a different screenshotting program than you guys do. On your Chromebooks, remember, on your Chromebooks, you can do this screenshot of just a piece by doing the Shift Control just above number 6 at the same time. And it'll gray it out like mine goes, and then I just highlight the piece I want. Okay, and you copy it from, tell it to copy it to clipboard, and we're going to put it in our notes. If you are doing hand notes, you can draw it if you want. I just find copying and pasting it's a little nicer. Okay. All right. So I said that it's Cami PDF page 81. It's figure 4.5. You see it here on mine. It is page 62 of the real book, page 81 of the PDF. Okay. Now, if you notice, it talks about your cash inflow minus your cash outflow. It's your net cash flow. And then you have your dollars that you can invest in more assets, or you have your dollars you can reduce your liabilities. Both of those are good things to do. So when you have extra, you want to be putting some towards new assets, but you also want to be putting some towards reducing the debt, so that your net worth goes up. Okay, any questions about how the flow works? Any question about how the flow works? We got it? Okay, turn in your notes. If you have to take pictures, I understand if you shut your camera off so you can go take the pictures, but you need to get it back on for me pretty quickly, okay, because it doesn't take long to take a picture. Okay, those of you that were just typing like I was, just turn it in. Okay, does anybody still need my screen? Okay, so Rosalind, if you go to the Google Classroom and you go to our main screen of the Google Classroom, you know, that stream that's kind of like, and you scroll way down to the bottom, it's about 4 or 5 from the bottom of the Google Classroom screen. So you have to scroll way down there. Does anybody still need my screen? Did you find it, Rosalind? Yeah, that's it. Open it in Canny, because then you can type into the bottom right corner is a spot where you can type what page you want to do. Whenever you're opening your book, open it in Canny. Are we good? Can I shut off my screen now? Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. You guys need to go ahead and turn that in, and then